Okay, so we're continuing on with our chapter 1. We're going to talk about angles today. A lot of this will be review. You already know most of it. All right, so first thing, let's talk about the definition of an angle. The definition of an angle is the set of points consisting of two different rays. So remember a ray that have the same endpoint, and the endpoint is called the vertex. All right, so let's look over here at the example. So we have this picture here. Let me see if I can get rid of this weird little star thing. Apparently not. All right, there we go. All right. So we have a picture of an angle. So the vertex. Well, first of all, by definition, an angle is a set of points consisting of two different rays. So do you see ray AC? So that's a side. So ray AC is a side. And then ray AB is the other side. So ray AB. These are not opposite rays. Opposite rays make a line. These are just two rays with a common endpoint. The endpoint is known as the vertex. So the vertex is point A. All right, so how do we name it? Well, when you're naming it, you can use the vertex. So I could say this is angle A. I could use a point on each ray and the vertex. So I could also call this angle CAB. So CAB. Or I could call it angle BAC. As long as the vertex is in the center, the order doesn't matter. Or I can name it if it's numbered. So I could also call this angle 1. When we're classifying it, we're going to, since they're telling me that angle 1 is 55 degrees, this is an acute angle. And what is in the interior of the angle? Well, interior, so if you think about it, the rays, if they were to continue, see how point D is in between the two rays? So then I would say point D is in the interior of the angle. So now classifying, you guys already know all of this. This angle is less than 90, so this is acute. This angle, so we're going to say 0 less than, okay, so if the angle is between 0 and 90, it's acute. If the angle is equal to 90, it is a right angle. If the angle is between 90 and 180, it's obtuse. And if the angle is equal to 180, it is a straight angle. And make sure when you get to class, if there's any confusion, that you're asking questions in class. All right, so let's practice. So number 1 and 2, write 3 names for each angle. So write 3 names. So how are we going to write the name of number 1? So write the name of number 1. So I could call this angle Q. And I can call it angle Q because there's only one. So there's only one angle Q. I could also call it angle PQR. I could also call it angle RQP. All right, over here, I can call this angle Y. So angle Y because the vertex is Y. I can call it angle 1 because they numbered this one. Or I can call it angle XYZ. And of course, I can also say ZYX. The order doesn't matter there, but they only ask for 3. All right, so let's look at name 3 different angles. Well, there's this angle. Then there's this one. And notice I gave them separate tick marks because I don't know if they're equal. And then there's this big one. So I've got the big angle, EFH. so angle EFH. Then I have EFG, so angle EFG. Then I have angle GFH. I cannot name this angle F. I can't just say angle F. I can't just say angle F because I don't know which angle F I'm referring to if I just say angle F. So I have to be very specific. So can it be named? No, I cannot. Angle F is not specific to one angle. Angle F is not specific to one angle. All right, congruent angles. Two angles are congruent, and remember this, oops, this is the symbol for congruent when they have the same measure. So as long as they have the same measure, then they are congruent. Notice that equal angles, same arc marks, one arc with hashtag for both. So this angle is equal to this angle. This angle is not equal to that one because they do not have the same arc marks. Same means equal, different means not equal. So if I were to identify angles congruent to ADG, so ADG, so they're looking at this angle right here with two marks. So BEH, so angle BEH, and angle CFI, and angle CFI. All right, so let's talk about angle addition. Just like when we had segment addition, if you'll remember, this piece plus this piece is the whole piece. Same exact concept for angles. Same exact concept. So the definition, if P is the interior of angle RST, then, so basically you get an interior point so that you can draw another ray. So now I have angle RSP, so angle RSP plus PST equals RST, the whole thing. Part plus part equals whole. This same concept as segments, it's just angles. So if I needed to find the measure, the little m stands for measure. That means what's the size. So find the measure of JKL. So they want me to find this whole thing. Well, I know that this piece plus this piece equals the whole piece. So 31 and 85 is 116. And make sure you don't forget your degree symbol. All right. This one says if RSU is 91, so RSU, so the whole thing is 91. So what I do know is that angle UST plus TSR equals USR. Piece plus piece equals whole. Well, UST is 69. TSR, I don't know, equals USR, which is 91. So subtract 69 from 91, and you get 91 minus 69. So you get 22 degrees. So this angle is 22 degrees. Basically, you're either going to be adding or subtracting a whole lot of stuff. So if they tell you that it's a straight angle, then straight angle means that it's equal to 180 degrees. So that means this piece plus this piece equals 180. So angle UWV plus angle XWV equals 180, because we know it's a straight angle, so we can go ahead and say that. So this piece here is x plus 20. X plus 20 plus this one here is just x. So just replace it with what you know, then combine your like terms. 2x plus 20 equals 180. 2x equals 160. X equals 80. So if x is 80, then this angle is x. So this angle is 80. So XWV is 80 degrees. So that means this one has to be 100 because remember, the two have to add up to 180. Oops, 100. Let's just scribble that out. Start over. 100. All right. This one says find the measure of CAD. So they want you to find this angle. Then they want you to find this angle. Well, these two angles add up to 90 because we have our 90-degree bar. So we got angle CAD plus DAB, and that equals CAB. So CAD is x plus 15. Substitute in what it's equal to. This one is 5x plus 57, and together they add up to 90. So I've got 6x plus 72 equals 90. And then I subtract 72, so 6x equals 18. Then I divide by 6, so x is 3. Well, it didn't say what is x, so that means I got to go back and plug it in. So x plus 15, so that's 3 plus 15, so that's 18. So this angle is 18 degrees, so CAD is 18 degrees. And then 90 minus 18 is 72 degrees. So that means this one is 72 degrees. And together, they add up to 90. All right, next piece is our angle bisector. So bisector means it's cutting it in half, just like a midpoint cuts an angle, or just like a midpoint cuts a segment in half. A ray divides an angle into two angles that are congruent. So I would say that ray YW bisects angle XYZ so that angle XYW is congruent to angle WYZ. So this piece is congruent to this piece. So when things are equal, it makes life a little easier because things are equal. So DEF, so they're telling me the whole angle DEF is 92 degrees. Well, if EG bisects the angle, then that means 92 divided by 2. Well, 92 divided by 2 is 46. So that means each angle is 46 degrees. It's pretty simple when they just give you numbers. But what happens when they give you algebraic expressions? All right, so if I have a ray that's bisecting an angle, so since I have a ray bisecting an angle, then I know it's going to be two congruent pieces. So if QR is bisecting the angle, then this angle is equal to this angle. Make sure you're putting your congruent marks on your picture so your eyes can see what's going on. Well, since these two angles are equal, so angle PQR is equal to angle SQR. So that means 4x minus 10 is equal to negative 3x plus 130. So now solve. So add 3x to both sides. So if I add 3x to both sides, it goes away here, add 3x here. That gives me 7x minus 10 equals 130. Add 10 to both sides. 7x is 140. Divide by 7, x is 20. Well, now that I know that x is 20, if they want me to find the actual angles, you just plug it in. So 4 times 20 minus 10 And negative 3 times 20 plus 130. Plug it into both and make sure your math works out. 4 times 20 is 80. 80 minus 10 is 70. Negative 3 times 20 is negative 60. Negative 60 plus 30 is 70. So both angles are equal to 70 degrees. So make sure if you have questions, ask about them in class. Have a great day.